Hello everyone. It's Thursday, 23rd of September. The time is 17 past 6 p.m. and the temperature is 31 degrees. And we are right by Marina Bay Sands in Gardens by the Bay. The plan today is to walk around the park area. So Gardens by the Bay is a collection of small gardens both outside and then inside the flower domes, and we won't go inside the flower domes today. Those are paid for attractions, but we'll walk around this area and have a look at the gardens outside.
It's got to give me an excuse to rewatch.
There are always usually some kind of artwork around here, and usually there is a bus going through here, but with no tourists. I think at least the normal bus terminal that takes you to the flower domes and the sort of tourist attractions are closed. And at the back there are the Supertrees. We'll get to the Supertree Grove at some point. At the back there is the Singapore Flyer, then of course Marina Bay Sands. But let's do a little tour of the waterside before we go in. There's a really nice sort of decked area that you can walk or jog on. There's the bridge over to Gardens by the Bay, and you can go. Let's go to the bridge and see, and then maybe we'll go around the other side as well. We just started from the Bayfront MRT, by the way. That was just behind me, so I walked over here. There's the city at the background. The Gardens by the Bay are having the Lantern Festival. Lanterns up at the moment, so there will be quite a few people around waiting for the sun to set in about 40 minutes, and then you start actually seeing the lanterns. There's the city with the sun coming through. This is a really nice quiet area to walk around and jog around. This is usually tourist attraction, so the main gardens at least are very popular with tourists, and the flower domes are definitely worth a visit. I think let's go over to the other side and walk through the dragonflies in this area. So there is a glass in bloom exhibition at the moment, but I believe that's paid for. So there are quite a few statues around here always. Sometimes also some of the plants are sort of shaped into animals and things like that. We'll see once we get to a garden. This one's a little bit of a weird one for baby. There's also a children's festival. They have huge, I don't know, gorilla and panda. Just sort of almost like bouncy castles, but I don't think you can go and bounce around. I saw them when I was here for the light show the other night. So it's definitely a nice place to get some photographs. The skyline. And it's a very lovely green area. There's a bird in the greenery there. I think is very well hidden. Might see a bit. Here are the dragonflies. The bridge over there is named after them, I think. It's Dragonfly Bridge. And in the dark they have nice lights around them so you can get good pictures of them. And those almost look like marbles. I'm not sure what the exhibition there is about, but that does change from time to time. There's a nice view of the Singapore Flyer. And this garden is one of the best kept around here. They always seem to have everything sort of well maintained, and it's always a pleasure to come here. There are the super trees at the back. The super trees are artificial structures, and they have some plants growing on them and solar panels. And every night there is a light show and a sound performance as well, which goes with the lights. That has to do with the super trees. That's quite fun. I like those things. They're not very long, but they're also free. And you're probably not going to experience anything quite the same anywhere else. So normally, that bridge is probably the route to come to Gardens by the Bay, unless you're taking the little buses. There's one of those, I think, over there that usually takes people over to different parts, but with no tourists. They're not really going around. Some people seem to have found something there. taking pictures of. So So this is nice to explore, and really great for anyone who wants to go for a walk or jogging in this part of town. At the back there is one of the domes. So the domes are indoors gardens, and they're really good to know about because it gets very hot around Singapore. So if you're here as a tourist, that's one for a warm day to go inside, and they're a little bit cooler inside for the flowers and sort of, I guess, mountain plants and stuff. So here I think we'll go and have a look at this nice little path. The sound of that water is so calming. This is the kind of thing that you can find here in the gardens. There are a lot of different types of small things, small gardens with different themes. I think we'll have a view down as well. Let's go and have a closer look. I think there's a great photo opportunity somewhere around here, which I seem to remember from a previous time. But it might be one of the further walls where you can kind of get a view of Marina Bay Sands through one of those circles. Stepping stones over this small pond, and a huge number of small lizards which you wouldn't see on the camera. So that was the Chinese gardens. think. Are these little guys part of the Chinese garden or the Malay garden? I'm not sure. There's an elephant. Maybe a monkey. These look Chinese to me though. So many small lizards. Can I catch one? Not catch, it's just like on the camera. They keep running. I'm not going to point the camera at the ground just to catch one. I think that's part of the Malay Garden there. And over there you can see the bridge that goes between the Supertrees. So you can get access to that. It is a paid for attraction, I think, but during the light shows especially it's quite fun if you like that sort of thing. So for safe distancing, any kind of sort of seated areas where there could be a lot of people are closed off. I just want to go and have a look from the bridge because we were looking at the bridge before, and then we can go further into the garden. The nice thing about these gardens is that the individual ones are quite small, so it's very manageable to go through a few of them, or even all of them in a day. So this would be a very common way to enter Gardens by the Bay. And there's the dragonflies we saw before. So I'll walk through to the sort of main area, and then we can go through a couple of more gardens, I think, before the sun sets. That's where you would go for the Supertree Grove. You wanted to see the light show, for example, or it's also very convenient for getting to most of the events around here. But let's have a look at the Supertrees. You can see some of these plants growing on them. It's very quiet here. I guess everyone's at the lanterns now. Yeah, that's the Supertrees. Let's explore a new path. I think after this Chinese garden, there's an Indian one. Hopefully we can walk through that one. There's a view through one of the said moon windows, I think. I see lion statues. That could be an Indian theme. Yes, Indian garden. There is, I think, stone Buddha over there resting. Some people are on the bridge. Oh, this is really beautiful. There are elephants on either side, or both sides. There's an elephant, a camel. There's an exhibition about traditional medicines. Beautiful little fountain. There's also another one on that side. And then the lions guarding this way. It's a very cool little square, I think. Oh, chickens. Do we want to see chickens? Let's go see some chickens. They're not too fond of the idea of me coming to greet them, so that's probably enough. These palm trees are really beautiful as well. So we're right by a shuttle stop for the domes, or what would normally be that. I don't know, maybe some shuttles are going and they just use a different stop. There's Marina Bay Sands at the back, where we've come from. I think this is for the Mid-Autumn Festival. So here are the domes and the entrance to them. The domes do have mid-autumn exhibitions as well, with really cute lanterns. They are not free, although I think they did something that was free for children, which is very nice when they have cute animal lanterns. I also think they have a Miffy theme. So you go down to a street level from here and walk this side of the gardens. And here's the view of the waterside and Marina Bay. A little bit of a sunset as well. So this would be where you enter these domes, and you have to get your tickets outside usually. Let's go and look at the lanterns here and then walk to a garden on this side. These are very impressive. And that leads to a children's garden. And here are the rabbit lanterns, which will be, I think, more impressive when it's dark.
Yeah.
So there are lanterns attached to the Supertrees over here, and then a bigger display here with some of the Chinese symbolism. Just trying to get through all the people. This is one of the things that always at gardens by the bay, even at the domes, you have so many people taking photos always. I think if I walk a little this way, you can get a view of the scene of all the people, which will be maybe more interesting than trying to see it behind all the people. So I'll definitely walk by here as it gets dark and try to catch some of that. go up the stairs. So there's a look at the Supertree Grove. I think we can walk through this side. It's just by the Supertrees here, and sometimes when it's very busy, this is actually one of the best places to be. You can see the gorilla for the children's festival, Marina Bay Sands, as well as the Supertrees. There is a bit of a sunset there. Let's go up these steps. Yeah, lots of lizards still. It's quite funny. So we're coming to a garden that's called Secret Life of Trees. I think there would normally be some kind of a display there. I keep hearing birds or something around. This is a really quiet, beautiful place to walk. Oh, and on the other side of the structures we saw earlier are screens showing. Oh, I see what this is. I read about this. Some kind of Korean art. Didn't realize. It's quite a nice covered structure with flowers on it. And this is the plant clock. Flower clock or plant clock? I think I'll see. Floral clock. So as you can see, we're just very nearly. It's 7. That's why we're getting these nice colors on the sky as well. Here are more lanterns. I think these have been painted by different groups of people who wanted to take part. Oh, there are a lot of them. It's really nice. The Supertrees and something to do with the children's festival, some kind of ladybugs over there. So the Supertrees are quite high, tall. You can certainly tower above when you're the base of them. They'll light up as well. I think I'll just take the stairs up and we'll go have at the sunset with a nice view. Should be just about the time. that was another look at the Chinese garden. So I walk back to the bridge to have a look at the view. And then I think that would be the perfect place to wrap up this video. So I hope you enjoyed this walk around Gardens by the Bay and the different gardens in here. We didn't cover all of them. It's been a really warm, beautiful day. Just sunny, no rain at all. So that's a great sunset view, but maybe not as dramatic as when you have the nice light coming through the clouds. Lights of Marina Bay Sands are starting to show as well. And there's Singapore Flyer as well. I don't know if you can see, but the lights are starting to show. Thanks for joining me for the walk. And I'm going to keep recording this a little bit in case there's like an amazing red sky. But with that, I hope I'll see you again soon. And if you would like to join me for other walks, then you probably know what to do. You can subscribe to this channel and then you'll get updates on when the channel has new content. Okay, thank you for today and see you again.